Uh, I'm James Daniel Macau, and I've been doing a research about young young people, the reason why they are failing in life, and there are many things I've discovered that the reason that too many young people have not taken time to consider what they really want in their life to be about, and the reason why I found many teenagers fail and they don't fulfill their potential is that dealing with the teenagers problems, it is very athletic. So I'm passing this message because I got massive frustrated to see young people making the same error as the previous generation. And I want to share something simple that today teenagers cannot do to boost their chance of achieving their goal. And the common teenagers' problems, such as lack of discipline, antisocial behavior, and missing school, underage drinking, and drugs abuse, and other issues, sometimes occurs for the simple reason that too many young people have taken their time to consider what they really want their life to be about. And they have not identified any of their own aim of or target to work toward, and they haven't not uncovered their personal passions and interests. They have not they have not got a vision for the future that inspire them. And because they lack of positive focus this day, they got caught up in other activity that might feel good in the short terms, but then might lead to the disappointing, and sometimes devastating destination. Focus on something positive regularly. I often challenge young people to decide what they want to accomplish in their lives by asking them to write their goals down, and sometimes find it difficult to see free their mind and dare to dream, while others have no problem creating their wish list for the future. A common mistake many teenagers make after they identify their goal is to stuff their wish list away in a profile, folder, or cupboard, never to be seen again. Then the list gets lost and forgotten until it accidentally uncovered. Sometimes months, or even years later, this forgot about it is a phenomenon is not annual. For instead, did you know that more than 80% of the new year resolution are gotten about are broken before the end of January by the very people that made them, and the vast majority of people who say they would have lost weight, quit smoking, and advance their career, etc., have quit their cohesion within 30 days. And that is incense, of course. Young people observe this lack of commitment and inability to see these things through. An inevitable repeat the person provided to them by the handout to create their own teenager program. They are merely replications example, to set them by their holders, avoiding teenagers' problem by monitoring your results irregularly. Uh, One of the major reasons for this remarkable inability to stick to the task is that too many people uh, don't take the time to review whether they are on the track or off track in their equation to achieve their goals. Human beings are incredible and possess the ability to achieve virtually anything the end can imagine. But many people fail to fulfill their potential because they don't take the time to reflect on what they are doing. Notice whether it is working and remain focused on their ultimate aim. And I remember being in my school and having my own teenager program, and once I had a target to achieve a grade A in my business study class, yet when I was completed a practical exam, I only attained a grade of D. And this, of course, made me realize it is what I was away tracking with performance and the goal I want to achieve. And this awareness of my prediction enabled me to make a choice about how I was going to respond. It gave me the personal power to choose whether I wanted to quit my equation on academic success or stick to the aim always ahead, which would inevitable request of systemic shift in my approach to study business. You cannot manage what you lack awareness of, and I believe it is important for a young man learn about the importance of monitoring their own performance. One's lives up does not have to lead to resignation, quitting, and failure. If only more teenagers understood that the more they monitor their ability to do something, the more likely they are to master that things over the long term. If a student were to write a goal and they stuff it away in a drawer, far from their daily conscientiousness, and uncover that written goal a year later, they would be likely to discover that they have not reached their target. In my experience, the most successful people are those who reflect on their life and the goal every week. And the awareness you would have of yourself, the more likely you are to achieve your goals. And it is the things that was focused on available regularly that we are most likely. Uh, my business study practice exam raised my awareness that I needed to revolute what I was doing in my lesson, and I changed how studying the subject. It wasn't not the same no for me to quit. Rather, it was a sign that I would have been doing was not working. All I had to do was not respond by adapting a new approach to studying a business. 6 months later, through a constantly monitoring my performance and making a regular chance, I achieved grade A In my final exam that I was always aiming for, find a held position and focus on it. So once the teenagers have written their goals, it is better they place their wish list where they have seen them every day. And this will keep their aim in front of their mind and encourage them to monitor their progress regularly until students will then reflect upon their program or lack of it. It is every week and main change where necessary to keep themselves on track to success. And I like to challenge young people to choose a goal you would like to experience this year, taking care to give that goal through measurement. For example, if the goal is to make more money, be specific and write down the exact amount you want, such as 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. And the ones they have chosen, a unit of measure for their goals, ask them to think about their answer to the following question. Are you current on the track or off track in a quest to achieve your goal? And if there is on the track, I challenge them to keep on doing the things that are currently working. If they are on track, I challenge them be flexible, uh, uh, and change their approach, change the way they think about their goals, change the way they behave towards achieving their goals. Furthermore, if a student wants to accelerate the ability to reach their target, it would be a sound deal to identify a monitor or role model who has been already achieved what they want, and then likelihood is this, there someone close by online that already experienced the same goal. So go and ask them for guidance and seek their advice and ask them, how did you do it? Obviously, it is impressive, imperative that students listen to what their mentor, or what their mentor says and use their information uh, they receive to take notes and maybe recorded the conversation, but certainly put your learning into practice. It goes without saying that if you are or a teenager, you know where to meet with a mentor, online or in person. Please take every precaution possible to ensure that your person safety at all time. Teenager can only apply these principles to deal with the teenager problem and achieve everything they want, and whether it is good whether in school and sporting success, and have a practice future career. It is anything, just you remember that young people are likely doomed to success when they focus on their goals. Uh, they reflect on their action and every week and make change to their performance when necessary. So thank you very much. I'm Wagai, Evangelist James. God bless you so much. Amen.